Thank you, Fred. On behalf of the Board of Directors and the entire Idealease organization, I want to present this plaque to you, which reads, "In recognition of your dedication to Idealease of North America, Inc., and on behalf of the stockholders, Board of Directors, and staff, we are proud to recognize you for outstanding leadership and service as the 2013-2014 Chairman of the Board. Your commitment to our new brand and our core values of expertise, stability, and responsiveness helped to lead the way and position Idealease as the premier transportation solutions company in North America." Thank you, Fred. Thank you very much, Fred. Thank you for your service. I want to extend my personal thanks to Bill Kennedy and Dan Murphy for their many years of leadership and service to Idealease. There's no doubt that without Bill, Idealease would not be what it is today. And without Dan, it will not become what it needs to be tomorrow. Bill, Dan, thank you very much. Finally, I want to express my gratitude to Troy Clark for his consistent support of Idealease and for his honesty to us from the beginning of his administration. He has had the courage to make the tough decisions necessary to set Navistar on a sustainable course, and he has restored the credibility on which our future prosperity depends. Thank you, Troy. I am honored to have been elected to the Board of Directors by the stockholders of the Western region. I am even more honored to have been elected Chairman by the members of the Board. I consider this a position of service. I will do everything I can to advance the best interests of Idealease. We have gathered at this beautiful and historic resort to celebrate our achievements and to plan for the year ahead. We have been tested by the Great Recession, survived the worst economy since the 1930s, and emerged stronger than ever. Many of us have seen rapid growth and unprecedented profit margins in the past few years. Our celebration is very much deserved. When I look back to the beginning of Idealease 32 years ago, I'm amazed at how far we've come. I remember the first MBA meeting I ever attended. 8 or 10 young guys sat around the table in a small conference room at the Holiday Inn in Crystal Lake, Illinois, trying to learn about truck leasing from the 1 or 2 older guys who had been doing it for a while. Leasing was new to us. It was complex. It required a different mindset, new processes, and a higher level of customer service. Fast forward to our most recent MBA meeting this past February, when more than 150 experienced and knowledgeable Idealease personnel filled the auditorium at the Westin. They were not there to learn the basics of leasing, but to advance and sharpen their considerable skills. I remember thinking that the people in that room were the most experienced and competent leasing personnel in our industry. The expertise of the people in that room, combined with the expertise of the people in this room, make us, Idealease, the most talented, experienced, and dedicated professionals in the truck leasing industry. 2 years ago, under the leadership of Scott McCandless and with the guidance of Lance Bertram, our Board of Directors began our branding initiative. It was an in-depth process of self-examination and self-definition. We clarified our vision and articulated our core values of expertise, responsiveness, and stability. We identified the industry space that is uniquely our own as the largest, strongest, and most competent OEM-related lease and rental company. We created a dynamic new logo that represents us as a 21st century organization with a singular purpose and a clear vision of how to achieve that purpose. I'm proud of our new image, and more importantly, our customers have responded enthusiastically across North America. Our logo is an expression of our identity. Several Saturdays ago, I was wearing an Idealease t-shirt when a friend pointed to the logo and asked, "What's Idealease?" I responded with my usual explanation that Idealease is an association of truck rental and leasing companies to which my company belongs. 2 weeks ago, I was wearing the same shirt and someone else pointed to the logo and asked the same question. What's Idealease? This time I simply replied, it's my company. That answer felt much more satisfying. Idealease is my company. Idealease is your company. Idealease is our company. We are Idealease. When we think as one and act as one, we can be a force in our industry. The work of our rebranding continues. Throughout this meeting, we have seen examples of the progress that's been made. If you have yet to complete your rebranding, please resolve to finish it now. Retaining our former logo, whether on facilities or vehicles, doors or posters, forms or business cards, only diminishes our efforts to communicate a consistent identity. Rebranding is not an end in itself. Its purpose is to help us grow our business and increase our market share. Even as we continue to implement our branding initiative, we should begin taking the next step and set our sights on growth. Now we begin the growth initiative. Today we are armed with the tools we need to accelerate our growth. We have a strong network, technical expertise, the best management, sales, and service professionals in the industry, a well-defined brand and the marketing to support it, excellent supplier relationships, and our manufacturer, Navistar, continues to make great progress in rebuilding confidence and improving product quality. Idealease has grown steadily over the years as the trend toward leasing versus ownership has continued. Our goal now is to accelerate that growth, and accelerating our growth as Idealease demands our unity. In the immortal words of Benjamin Franklin, if we do not hang together, we shall surely hang separately. If we hang together, if we think as one and act as one, we are a powerful force in our industry. What is Idealease? Today we are the 4th largest rental and leasing organization in North America. If the trend continues, we should overtake National Lease for the number 3 spot in the not too distant future. But we have strong competitors, Ryder and Penske, whose growth also continues. They are respected organizations, and together they control about 70% of the full-service leasing market. We encounter these competitors every day, and we must improve at projecting our superiority. When I was a young man just getting started in the business, I lost a deal to Ryder. I had tried to persuade the customer that we were just like Ryder, that we did everything Ryder did, and for less money. When I lost that deal, I asked the customer why. He said that he went with Ryder because they were only $130 a month more than me. That was a turning point in my career. I resolved that I would never again try to outride a Ryder. I decided that to succeed in business, I needed to be myself, not in imitation of someone else. I decided that from then on, I would focus on understanding and satisfying the customer's needs rather than trying to match or beat someone else's proposal. Our competitors command significant market share and have earned it by doing some things right. Let's consider what they do that is different from what we do. First of all, rental and leasing is not just an important part of their business. It's their only business. They sink or swim, rise or fall with leasing and rental. We who are truck dealers with leasing capabilities might be inclined to take the path of least resistance. It's often easier to sell the truck than to lease it. The leasing transaction is complex and requires that we guide the customer to a more comprehensive understanding of his total transportation costs. But leasing is often the best choice for the customer, and our job is to understand that and to guide the customer toward that understanding. Converting customers to leasing from ownership will be the greatest driver of our growth in the years ahead. This is where we have a huge advantage over our competitors, because we already have the customer base on which to build. Customers come to us now to buy trucks. Many of them would be better off leasing. If we identify those customers and present them with a lease versus own analysis, we could secure long-term leases that are beneficial to the customer and at the same time more beneficial to us. Leasing is not for everyone, and not every customer is qualified to lease. But we should endeavor to grow our lease portfolio from our existing retail customer base. Our competitors enjoy uniformity and consistency across their networks as a result of their hierarchical corporate structures. Like an army, they have a chain of command and corporate discipline. Customers know what to expect from them. They project the same image from location to location. Once all of us have fully implemented our branding standards, we will project a unified image across our network that conveys our identity as Idealease and our value to the customers. While our competitors impose corporate discipline, we offer flexibility. They present customers with cookie-cutter solutions to complex transportation problems. But we can present customized and creative solutions, unconstrained by corporate dictates. We think outside the box, whether the customer needs unique chassis or body specifications, mobile maintenance, or pickup and delivery. We function as a unified network while preserving our flexibility for the benefit of the customer. The Idealease National Accounts Group has been one of the main engines of our growth over the years. It will become increasingly so in the years ahead as corporate consolidations continue to gain momentum. The big get bigger. National Accounts puts us on the map with large companies with big fleets across North America. Our National Accounts VPs bring all of us business that none of us could secure on our own. This is good business with strong financial lessees. To reach smaller regional accounts, Idealease has created the Tier 1 National Accounts program that enables us to bring all the benefits that the large fleets enjoy to those with fewer than 50 units. Tier 1 national accounts can truly help us grow our market share and build long-lasting customer relationships. The National Accounts Group does not operate in a vacuum. It needs our support in securing new business, and even more, it needs our consistent effort at servicing this important business. I believe that the main driver of our growth in the years ahead will be Idealease National Accounts. What is Idealease? Our competitors want customers to think that we are a bunch of truck dealers dabbling in the leasing business. If that was ever true, it hasn't been for a very long time, and it certainly isn't true now. Many of us in this room have large, well-established, and profitable leasing and rental fleets that we have built over many years. If you haven't yet fully committed to the business, you should be encouraged by the success of others. We should be ambitious to add value to our businesses by building our lease portfolios. Building a lease and rental business is an investment in the future of our companies, an investment that appreciates and pays dividends over time. Of course, it will not happen on its own. This is not an investment that generates passive income. We have to really work the business and pay attention to the details. It requires talented people who are fully dedicated to making it succeed. In order to grow as we should in the years ahead, Idealease needs a high level of commitment from all of us. I think of a sale as an education process. It begins with educating ourselves as to what's best for the customer. Next, we devise solutions that allow him to serve his customers better. Finally, we guide him toward the end understanding that the best thing for him is to do business with us. In order for him to believe that, we must believe that. In order for us to believe it, it must be true. We must offer the customer the best transportation solution for his business. We must believe that. We must offer him the best transportation solution, and we must actually deliver on that promise. We must educate him as to why our expertise and our commitment to his success make us his most logical choice. The sales process isn't about convincing customers to do what's best for us. It's about leading them to understand what's best for them. We have come such a long way, and we have much to celebrate. Ahead of us is the opportunity to grow our market share by leveraging our unique strengths and our vast capabilities as the Idealease network. We are grateful for the support that we have always received from Navistar and Navistar Capital. We ask that Navistar continue to support us by understanding that we cannot pay more for trucks and depreciate them to lower residuals and still offer competitive lease rates. Our truck pricing has to be more competitive. To increase our market share, we need quality products that reduce our operating expenses and bring higher residuals. This will enable us to reduce our lease rates to our customers and grow our book of business. Interest expense is the second largest factor on our rate sheet. We appreciate the strong, consistent support we receive from Navistar Capital. But to grow more rapidly, we must borrow money at rates closer to what our competitors pay. We ask Navistar Capital and Wells Fargo to sharpen their pencils, to become even stronger partners with us in winning new customers with more competitive rates. If Navistar and Navistar Capital can be persuaded to increase their support of us by reducing our acquisition and ownership costs, we must agree to pass these savings on to our customers. We have to resist the temptation to use their concessions to increase our profit margins. Our common goal is to grow our business and increase our market share. After visiting California a few months ago, Lance challenged our Ventura location to grow our fleet by 50% over the next 5 years. At first, that seemed like a daunting task. But the truth is, we should be able to grow 10% per year in the years ahead. And that takes us to 50% growth and beyond. Thanks for the challenge, Lance. We'll do our best. The truth is that big or small, old or new, we all have room for improvement, and improve we must. Let's all rise to Lance's challenge to grow by 10% in the coming year. It's doable. Let's find a way. The expertise of our people, our commitment to responsiveness, and our stability in the markets we serve make us, Idealease, the best rental and leasing organization in North America. We are one Idealease. When we think as one and act as one, we are an irresistible force in our industry. It's true. Let's believe that. Let's teach that. Let's celebrate that. Thank you.